What's up, everybody? This is Whiskey in the Six. I'm Rob. Going to give you guys a very quick rundown of what I think should be on your list for Christmas gifts this holiday season, Hanukkah gifts, holiday gifts, whatever you want to call them. These are some options you have. We're going to start with the around $50 category. I'm sticking to Scotch. I'm only going to talk about Scotch because that's what I know best. You're going to want to buy an Aaron 10-year-old for somebody. You can get that from anywhere between $50 to $65 Canadian. Really, really good price. Excellent bang for your buck. Definitely a really good whiskey. Another one that I got in that price range is this Peat Monster right here. Some places have it close to $80, so depending on where you get it, you might get a better deal some places rather than others, but I got this for 65 bucks. Great price. Around the $60 mark, as well as the Lathr 10-year-old, so look out for those. Moving up in price a little bit towards the $100 mark, there's a whole bunch in this category that you can buy that I really enjoy. Starting over here with the Aaron Bodega Sherry Cask. It's 55.8%. Really good stuff. Every year it's getting better and better. There's been some really, really dark sherry years. This one's not as dark, but also still very good. So check that one out. Benromach has a whole line of contrasts that are really good. This is the Peat and Sherry, which is one of my favorite. They come out almost every single year, the contrasts now. They're all about 10 years old and they're all really good. So if you can get your hands on those, they're in the $85 to $90 range. Really, really good stuff. Glenallachie, one of my favorite distilleries. You're looking at the $80 range now for the 12-year-old, which is still great bang for your buck compared to, for example, the Macallan 12-year-old. You're getting way more for your money. 46%, unchill filtered, no added color, all that fun stuff. Really, really good whiskey. On shelves pretty much everywhere in Canada at around the $100 mark. You want to get your Campbelltown fix. It's this Kilkerran 12-year-old, 46%, unchill filtered, no added color, all those things. This one here, I think it came in around the $100. So keep an eye out for that one. It's your introduction to Campbelltown without having to go crazy to find it. You can probably find the Longrow no age statement as well, but finding a Hazelburn 10 or a Springbank 10 nowadays is next to impossible. So this Kilkerran 12 will be a nice replacement for those two. Last but not least, I recently picked this up for around the $75 mark, which was a steal. I know that that's a Whiskey in the Six kind of price, but this is in and around the $80 to $90 Canadian mark and well worth every penny. Something similar, but maybe a little bit more peated than this one is the Kilchoman Saneg, which is also around the $100 mark, which I also recommend. Moving up beyond $100, we're gonna start over here with the Benromach 15. Such a great whiskey for the dollar. At the LCBO right now, I think it's $115. Might be the best price globally for this. That's Canadian, obviously. Really, really good price on that. I really enjoy it. You won't be disappointed. It is only 43%, but it makes up for it in character and complexity. Next up would be the Glenallachie 10 cask strength range. These are all in and around the $100 to $130 mark, depending on where you get it. The only reason it's in this category is because at the LCBO, I think it's around $130, but in Alberta, you can get them for under $100 at the moment. So check that out if you can. The 10-year-olds, pretty much every single one has been great. Some better than others, obviously, but the last two, 8 and 9, and I'm sure the 10, all very good. So check out Glenallachie 10-year-old. Old Paltney 18. Now this is available in most places. Everywhere I've seen under $200. In Alberta, this is around $130, so it's an absolute steal. Another one to look out for, very, very similar, is the Enoch 18-year-old. I don't have it here, but that's a great whiskey for under $200. And surprisingly, you can get it closer to $100 than $200. Last in this category, something a little bit more peated. You're looking at the Flaming Heart. The new edition is very, very good as well. These are about $180 Canadian, depending on where you buy them. A little bit more peated, a lot more peated than some of the ones that I've said. Really good whiskey, 48.9%, unchill filter, no added color. Lots of Kalila in there, lots of Lathr in there. So if you like those two distilleries, you're gonna really like this Scotch blend. Another Scotch blend moving into the 200 plus category. I don't want to go too much beyond 200 plus because these are supposed to be holiday gifts, and I highly doubt that many people are spending 300 plus on a bottle. If you need a recommendation for something like that, leave a comment down below and I will give you one. But we're gonna stop at the 200 plus range, sub $300 range. I'm looking at this McNair's Lumreek 21, 48%. This is a combination of Glenallachie and I think probably Lathr and Kalila. I did think at one point Port Charlotte, but knowing a little bit more about the connections that Billy Walker has, it's probably, like I said, Lathr Kalila, all 21 years old. So if it says 21 years old on the bottle, that's what it has to be in the Scotch category. This one here is a banger. At just over $200, you're gonna really enjoy this whiskey. Probably the best bang for your buck this holiday season is the Hanukkah 24. I have a review coming out of this very shortly. Depending on when you see this video, it might actually have preceded this video. This Hanukkah 24 is 46% unfiltered, no added color. The color is absolutely beautiful. It's heavy sherry. It's almost 25 years old. Just incredible, and that's just around the $200 mark. In some places you're gonna get it for a little bit less. In some places you're gonna get it maybe maximum $230 Canadian. Either way, that's an absolute steal for anything 21 years or older at this time in 2023. So buy the Hanukkah 24 if you can. You're not gonna be disappointed. If you want something a little bit more peated than the other two, you're looking at this Lathr 18-year-old. It is 18, it's north of $200. It's one of those things that if you really like peat, you're gonna love this one. Obviously, if you don't like peat, stay away from that. Get the Hanukkah 24 because the Hanukkah 24 doesn't have any peat whatsoever. This Lathr 18-year-old is not available in Canada. You have to import it into the US or something of that sort. So if you have some friends that can do that for you, I highly recommend you do so. Very good whiskey. These are my $200 plus range whiskeys. Obviously there's less in this category than in other categories because I don't know how many people are willing to spend that kind of money on a bottle of Scotch. Maybe they want to get something, mix it up a little bit, give them a couple bottles. Sometimes, in most cases actually, you're better off buying 2 cheaper bottles than 1 really expensive bottle as a gift. But honestly, if you're gonna spend $200 plus this year, it's this Hanukkah 24. You're gonna be blown away. Anything in this category around the same age is at least 2 to 3 times more expensive than what you're gonna get for this bottle. So that's it for me, guys. Happy holidays. Hope you like this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you really like it, hit the subscribe button. If you haven't already, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can support this channel on Patreon. Cheers.